Hello everyone, welcome once again with your boy Co-Investor. So today's video is gonna be about Bionano stock. Sorry, I know I promised you guys to release the video on Sunday last week, but I had too much to do. But I'm gonna try to maintain at least one video per week, so that way I can kind of gather information the whole week on what I did, what I didn't, and share it with you guys. But before getting into Bionano stock, I'm gonna first share an update on my portfolio because I did some trades last week and I wanna share that content with you. If you wanna stay with that, good. If you don't, you can just skip to the part when I talk about Bionano stock. So now, let's get into my portfolio. Let's get into my portfolio. Yeah, see here. So I have my holdings, which is $129,246, a total gain of 100%, which amounts to $64,800. Of course, this amount it goes up and down. So what I did last week is that I sold a little bit of my shares in Space. That's what I did. So Space, I had, let's see here. Space, I had 500 shares, but I sold 100 shares because it was around $60 range, so I sold 100 shares at a price of $59.9, which was really good because Tesla was down. It was around 805 or 6 or something around that area. So I figured, no, I'm gonna sell a little bit of Space and buy Tesla. And I always say that my top priority is Tesla stock. So now I have 90 shares of Tesla stock, which is a total gain of $33,500, up 84%, and market value $73,400, which makes it my first. NEO, I have 202% gain, total gain of $4,400. I have 110 shares and 6,583 market value. Space, now I have 400 shares, total gain of 14,700, total gain percentage wise 207%, and market value 21,800. Last but not least is Bionano. I have 2,000 shares, cost price was 7.62, now it's 13.7. So I have total gain of $12,157 and percentage wise 79%. Market value 27,400, which makes it my second biggest holdings. It's kind of unbelievable because if you have watched my first video about Bionano, I said it's only 1% of my portfolio. Now it became my second largest position by market value, of course, which is really good because I believe in the company more and more. Yeah, so this is it for my holdings. So now I'm gonna talk about Bionano stock. I'm gonna get into the details. But before getting into that, I just want to share something. First of all, please, to those people who just keep harassing, how do you say it? Harassing or the guy from ARK Invest. I mean, stop it, please. I see on Twitter feeds, they always like try to, you know, pressure the guy on kind of buying nano stock and adding to the ETF ARK-G. And why are you guys doing that? We don't need ARK Invest or ARK company or the fund to invest into Bionano in order for us to make money. I hate it. It's kind of cringe whenever I see someone tagging that guy and he responding. It's like, oh my god, what I'm doing. Like, come on guys. If you believe in the company, let it be. Like, what the fuck? Let the guy alone, please. So, let's go to Bionano. Last week, especially last day, it was red, a lot of red in the stock market. But, except for Bionano, It was a really weird thing because Bionano normally it's red when the others are green. Now it's like the opposite. It was a lot of buying pressure, and it went even to $14.6 or something, and it dropped down at close to $13.70, and post market was $13.97, so almost $14. So it went all the way from $11 approximately to $14, and when I checked the volume, it was a lot of buying pressure. So now we're gonna get into some details that I want to discuss with you guys. Maybe you haven't like tried this, just like to, you know, to get some information surrounding the so now, first of all, this is from Bionano Genomics website, so you can go get it. It's kind of presentation on Bionano. It's really interesting. They just discuss the advantages of having Bionano or Sapphire system and compare it with others like PacBio and Illumina. But the thing that I want to talk about today is this one. So according to them, they say that they estimate, let me read it. We estimate our market opportunity to be $2.6 billion to $3.8 billion based on selling as many as 10,000 Sapphire systems. Can you imagine that? They don't have any profits now, but the market opportunity is 2.6 to 3.8 billion if they sell as many as 10,000 Sapphire systems, which is not a huge number. If I be honest, 10,000 Sapphire systems, it's not that much. So when you see here, you check like the estimated revenue with digital cytogenetics, 2,500 plus cytogenetics labs worldwide. The chip that they estimate annual recurring revenues 0.2, etc. Discovery research, complement sequencing 7,000 plus, and quickly growing high throughput sequencer worldwide 1.4 billion. Yeah, but look, when I looked at this one, at the revenue estimates, I was like, let me do some calculations just to have an idea about, you know, the pricing where we are at now. So what I did is that I went to this website. If you want it, it's called omnicalculator.com, where you can calculate your PA ratio. So we have a price per share of 13.7. It was the close price. Earnings per share, and when we get to earnings per share, we're gonna have the PE ratio of the company. So let's see. Let's do some, you know, let's have fun a little bit. They say that they will have a revenue of 2.6 billion to 3.8 billion dollars, but we won't go that far, right? Let's just check. Let's say $100 million, right? So $100 million. Let's say that they have a profit margin of 20%. So 100 million, 20% of 100 million, so it makes it easier for you guys, which is 20 million, right? So let's say 20 million, 20 million, a lot of zeros. It makes you like, you know, go crazy, like what the fuck is that? 20 millions divided by 271,083. So here I made a mistake. I need to, you know, pay attention. That's why I have glasses, you know. So 3, yeah. So let's see. Yeah, now it makes sense. So I'm gonna copy this one, go to my calculator. I'm gonna, I think it was 0 there. Wait, just for past here, yes. So now we have a price per share of $13.7 now. earnings per share if they have 100 million in revenue, which is 20 million in profit. It will give us an earnings per share of $0.073, and their forward PE ratio would be then 187. Now we don't have any PE ratio because there is no profit or whatsoever. But let's step it, a step further. Let's look, because they say 2.6 billion. I'm not gonna go all the way there, but if you want, guys, maybe I will do it at the end. But let's say they don't have 100 million in revenues. Let's say they will have 500 million in revenues. Yeah, should we try that? By 5 years from now? Because when they say 2.6 billion, I mean, that's if they take the whole market share, I think. But I don't think they would do that anyway. So 500 million. 3, oh my god, a lot of zeros again. Yes. Divided, no, not divided, but first I'm gonna minus 20% profits, which is, yeah, so they will have 100 million in profits. So 100 million in profits. Is it correct? I think so. Yeah, 100 million in profits. So 100 million in profits divided by the outstanding shares, which is 271.83. Three, yes. Yeah. So equals. So this is the amount of we need to copy. Paste. Boom. Wow. You see? So if they have a revenue of 500 million and only 20% margin, profit margin, which means 100 million in profit, they will have a forward PE ratio of 37, which is really freaking good. I mean, when you compare it to Tesla now, Tesla has like 1,200 something in PE ratio. They have a forward PE ratio of 150, but still, 37 is really perfect. 37, I think it's Apple kind of PE ratio, which is really good. And this is only with 500 million in revenue and only 20% in profit margin, which is 100 million in profit. Wow. So we're gonna give it another try, and this is the last one. So I'm gonna check. You know what? Let's take it to 2 billion. Let's give it 2 billion revenues. Let's see, like 10 years from now, everything goes good, and they have 2 billion in revenues. So 2 billion. It's gonna be a lot of zeros again. Wow. 2 billion revenues minus 20%, you know. So they will have 333. So they will have 400 million in profit from 2 billion in revenues. So 400 million in profit, 400 million profits divided by the outstanding shares again. Wow. Okay, let's copy this. Copy. Holy shit. So if they get to 2 billion in revenues and 20% profit margin, which is 400 million, they will have a PE ratio of 9, which is, you know, all the biggest value companies has single digits PE ratios, which means that they are not overvalued. They are valued in like Yeah, so 9 P ratio is really good. I'm pretty sure the 9 P ratio wouldn't be there at this price per share, because I'm pretty sure that, let's check it now. Let's say by that time we will have $100 per share. Because look, $100 per share, it will still have a P ratio of 68. You know, $200 per share, still a P ratio of 136. And this is the thing for growth companies. Growth companies, they have always a really high P ratio when you compare it to value companies, which is like Coca-Cola, etc., which is good. So this is it for the price. I just wanted to give you a kind of an idea on how the earnings work, earnings per share, etc., to give you like kind of, because when it comes to Bionano, we don't know any P ratio or whatsoever, but when taking into account what they say here, we kind of calculate a little bit and see 5 years from now, 3 years from now, if they get this amount of revenue and this amount of profit, how much it's gonna be when it comes to forward PE ratio, which is gonna translate to share appreciation. So now we're gonna get into another point. This one, this is fintel.eu, whatever it's called. So here they give you like, it's the filing, 13 filing, where they give you like what companies have bought of Bionano stock in a period of time of 3 months, I think, because they do this, I think, quarterly. So let's see here, Vanguard Group. Pay attention to the date, file date 2021, February 12th. Pay attention because I'm gonna come to that date. So the investor is Vanguard Group Incorporated, average share price of 1.86, and the shares of 7 million shares. So they increased their position by 28%, which is search change, 28%. People get confused this one, because why? When they look at the file date, which is the 12th of February, which is Friday, they think, holy shit, did they buy Bionano like on Friday? How did they do that? Because they have an average price of 1.86. I mean, how? Is it call options? No. Look above here, effective date is 2020 December 31. So 31st December 2020. So this is where the transactions stops. So this date is just the day where they filed those transactions, but transactions happened before 2021. We are not gonna get the 2021 files or transactions until maybe March. So keep that in mind. So they haven't bought February, like on Friday, the share price of $1.86. I mean, it's impossible. It's at $13.7. So just whenever you check these things, pay attention to the effective date, where it gives you a kind of like when the transaction stopped. Everything here. So other than Vanguard Group, you can see that Geode, or Geode Capital Management LLC, as well, they have a share price, average share price of 1.86. They have shares of 944,000 or 940, yeah, no, 944,000, I think. And the shares change of 53%. So they changed 53%. They increased their position by 53%. Of course, they will do that because they have a cost price of 1.86. I mean, it's $13 now. It's 11 or 10 times your money already. Imagine that, 10 times your money already. Of course they would increase it because the cost price is really low. Yeah, so this is it for these filings, because I don't see anything else here that is, I mean, that might be interesting. You can see like this one, like for example, Northern Trust Corp. It was the 11th February, like the filings. They have a share price, cost share price of 1.87. They have shares of 287,000, and the increase of 102%. Yeah. So this shows us that there is like kind of people are positive towards the stock, and I'm as well. I mean, it went from 1% on my own portfolio to my second largest. I'm not gonna buy a stock just like that, because first of all, I'm contributing in something, in a really good like ideal kind of, which is saving people, saving sick people from cancer, from all the bullshit, you know, sicknesses and diseases that are surrounding us, and they can affect us whenever. And because I believe in the company, I believe that the software system is really unique. I just don't want people to, because I saw that there is a lot of people who just buys the stock and they don't know nothing about the stock. They just buy it and they just hope or wish for it to go up, and they just, you know, keep on harassing that guy from ARK Invest to, you know, why not buy the stock, why not add it to the ETF, blah 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 blah. I mean, like, come on man, come on. If you have like paper hands, as we say in Reddit, if you have paper hands, just sell your stock and get the fuck out. I mean, simply. If not, if you have diamond hands, then keep adding on it when it comes down. So now what I'm gonna do next week is that, because now it's like $13.7, I'm gonna look at it this next week. So let's say, for example, I wanna buy next week more Bionano. I'm not gonna just go ham and buy it at once. If I have, like, for example, $500, let's say an example, $500, I'm gonna go Monday. I'm gonna buy $50 the morning, $50 like when it's by the closing of the market. Tuesday, do the same thing, just dollar cost average, because then you're gonna get the highs and you're gonna get the lows. Because sometimes you just like keep the money and you wait, oh, I'm gonna wait for it to dip, and it doesn't dip. And sometimes you buy a lot high and it goes lower. Sometimes you buy you know, the market, you can't trust the market. So it's always good to dollar cost average, $500, $50 when the market opens, $50 when the market closes. Tuesday I'm gonna do the same, Wednesday same, Thursday, and so on. By Friday I would have used all my $500. I would have gotten at $30 per share, maybe $11 per share if it goes down, you never know. And you know, so you will have a good cost price at the end. My cost price is $7.62, which is good. So now I'm almost 100%. When it gets to 14 something or $15, I'm gonna have 100% returns. But I don't care about 100% returns. I'm not in this Bionano for the short term. I'm here for the long term. So keeping that in mind, I'm not looking for quick gains. I want steady gains, not like spiking like crazy. Steady gains during like couple of years. Because what is our goal? At the end of the day, our goal is to save up money to retire early. And that's what should be the goal for everyone, to retire. Retire early doesn't mean that you're gonna stop working, you know, at once, but you will work thinking that you could stop whenever you want, and that makes it easier to work. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. If you did, please consider subscribing, hitting that notification button, comment if you have some, you know, information to add on this. I would really appreciate it. And see you maybe next time. Crows out.